Hi, welcome to the Crafty Tinkerer. I'm Nicole, and I just have a few updates for you this week. I don't think that this video is going to be too long. I was unable to make it to Pines and Pearls last week. I had to have an unexpected root canal on the same day, so I had to skip that, unfortunately, but I'm hoping to make it to the one next month. So fingers crossed, nothing else happens. I have been making some slow but steady progress on my sweater this week. I have one more row to go of my motif before I can switch to the next one. And the next motif, I'm not sure what exactly it will be, but I'm planning to use this brown, which I will have to look up actually what color it is, and mulberry. Mulberry came in third place in my poll, and I thought that these two together would go with the current sort of pattern I have going in my cardigan. So we shall see. But those are the next two colors. After that, I actually realized that I probably will have to repeat some colors. Now I am considering, once I get to the sleeves, actually starting the sleeves to make sure that the motifs and the colors match up as I go. I had thought originally that I would just, put the armholes to the side and go down the body, but I really want to make sure that the arms match the body of the cardigan in color. So I'll do them all at the same time and just work my way down that way. So this week I finished the second Hatdana. I did do the band 2 inches. I will put a photo in here to show you. I have not cast on another Hatdana yet. Like I said, I've been really trying to work on my sweater, but last night I decided that I was going to do a pair of socks instead. And I have this Regia yarn. I think it's the Garden Effects line, and so usually I have done socks on a small sock needle that I have, but I would like to do 2 at a time. And I started watching the tutorial that Mina from the Knitting Expat did on how to do 2 at a time socks, but I wanted to finish the ribbing because she does say to do the ribbing first on each sock. It just makes it easier before you do the 2 at a time. So last night I did some ribbing for my first sock, and tonight I plan on doing the ribbing for the second sock, and then we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure if I like magic loop yet or not. And for those that don't know, magic loop is where you use a larger cable, and then as you're knitting, because the item is so small, you hold your yarn there and then you pull the cable through and knit like that. My biggest problem right now that I'm having with this, and maybe with more practice it won't be a problem, is the first stitch here going really tight and then having to really push it up onto the needle once I get around to that. I know that in Mina's video she does say not to worry about on the ends where it stretches like this, because it will all end up coming together in the end. But so I've come to the end here, and then now I'm left with this. So this is the part you know, you have to pull your needle through. And this is the part that I'm having the difficult time with, because this last stitch is tight. There we go. I have to really push it. So now they're back, and now this is the second side of the sock, because I haven't put a stitch marker on, but I still have my thread hanging down so I can see where the start is. So then you'll push this up and pull this side through and do the other side. I think that I'm going to be persistent with this and keep going, because it would be handy to be able to make 2 socks at a time instead of finishing the first sock and not really wanting to go on to the next sock. But we'll see. I'll let you guys know my progress of this. Last time I tried it, it was very confusing, but also it was about 6 months ago. I think that my knitting skills have come quite a way since 6 months ago, but I will find out when I try to cast on a second sock onto these needles. So, and I'm also wondering if they're going to have to be longer. I have a 22-inch cable right now that's connected to my 4-inch needles. Some of the sizes I have 5-inch needle tips too, because before I decided on a brand of interchangeable needles to buy, I tried a couple of different brands, and I kept the Chow-Gu, I think that's how you say it, 5-inch tips, so I have extra of those, and sometimes they come in handy. But I did find for some projects, especially my hats, they were a little too long, which is why I now have the complete 4-inch set, because I can always get a longer cable, but I can't always get shorter needles. I have also been eyeing up the mini set, because the complete set comes with needles from sizes 2 until 15, but I do use 0s and 1s sometimes too. And right now I'm just using double pointed needles when I need that size for a project. So anyway, this is my newest whip, and for the measurements I am using the Sock Knitter's Handbook here. They have some great charts in the back. They have size charts for men and women, and they tell you how long each piece of the sock needs to be for which foot sizes. So hopefully this will help, because I did make some socks last fall, and they're just probably an inch or two too short. And usually for the heel, I've done afterthought heels, but I'm considering doing a different type of heel this time, so that way I don't have to worry about tying the yarn in. That was a problem on the last pair of socks that I made. I do have some good news. As suspected, I found my cable connectors. I was mistaken though. I thought that I had 2 for the small and 2 for the large, and I actually just have 1 small and 1 large connector. So I'm still going to keep the connectors that I bought last week, just in case I need to do an extra large project. I can connect all my 22-inch cables or whatever size cables I need. That's all I have for this week. If you would like to follow along with my sweater journey, there will be a button down in this area for you to click. Don't forget to press the bell to get notifications. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Have a great day.